All right, so here are a couple different ways that you can use InsertLearning to enhance your Canvas classes. All right, so this is going to be my teacher page. I'm also enrolled in the same class as a student, and I'm going to show you how this works. So I'm going to load the InsertLearning extension. So this is text that I got off of OpenStax. It's an open source textbook group. So this one's about cells. So I've copied and pasted this text in here, and I referenced, or I gave the source up here. And what I want to do is I want to embed a couple of questions within here, and I also want to be able to view students' highlights. So basically I'm going to be chunking this text out, add in a couple of discussions, and embed other things that aren't as easy to embed as they are with Canvas. So I'm going to start off by adding in a pre-reading question. So I'm going to click on the question tool, and up here at the very beginning, I'm click on that paragraph, and I'm going to paste in some text that I already had. So this is going to be a pre-reading question that I want students to answer. So I've got that right there. And down here, as they start going into some of these different things, what I want to do is I want to add in this Edpuzzle video that talked about animal cells. Now I know you can add in any embed code that you want. You can add in HTML code into Canvas, but it is a little bit trickier because you have to go into the HTML view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a sticky note using InsertLearning. Add that right there. And then over here with Edpuzzle. Now if you're not familiar with Edpuzzle, it's a interactive videos tool. So you can embed questions and additional information into those videos. So I copied that iframe code, and I'm just going to paste it right here. And now we've got that code right there. I'll just kind of ignore that part. And then this is about it. So now I'm going to assign it to my Biology 2 class. I've already done that. So and then I'm going to show you what this looks like on students, and I'll show you what we do after that. All right, so this is my student page, where I'm viewing this as a student. So I'm going to load InsertLearning on that page, and that question and the Edpuzzle video that the teacher added in is right there. I can start typing in my answer. But one of the other things I can do also as a student is I can start highlighting these things. So as a teacher, if I want to be able to view, I want my students to be annotating the text, interacting with it, asking questions as they're reading through it, they can use their own highlighter and note tool. So I'm going to highlight that, and bacteria. All right, and then that's kind of a little question I've got right there. So as I'm reading through, then the students are kind of interacting with the text. And over on the teacher side, this is really cool. Now that one of my students has started annotating text, I click on there, select the student, and now I can see what they've been highlighting. So, oh, highlighted bacteria. That looks good. They added in a little note. So a couple of things that you should know is that, one, because the URLs in Canvas are the same for the teacher and the student, that's why InsertLearning works just fine with them. The students' responses get collected into the InsertLearning dashboard in the grades section, so they don't automatically sync up with your Canvas account, and same thing with grades. Though there is CSV export for the grades section with InsertLearning. And the other thing is that you have to make sure that you assign it, the students are enrolled in the InsertLearning class. So kind of think of it as that really, it's even though the students are in your Canvas class, you want to make sure that the students have enrolled themselves into your InsertLearning class. They'll also have to do that one time. And then they can view anything that you create or any of those layers that you create on different pages within Canvas when they load in the extension. Another great benefit here is that if you're linking out to other pages, like if I wanted to link out to the OpenStax website, then I can use the same interface or the students will be able to use the same interface for being able to ask those questions, things like that. I think one of the things I mentioned or put in here was that the discussions work a lot like the questions, but it's nice because now we can kind of like drop these discussions wherever we want. So Canvas has a very robust threaded discussion system, but if you're looking for something much more straightforward and kind of really grab the students' instant thoughts, InsertLearning discussions are a great way to be able to do that because you can just pop them in anywhere you want within the text, and then the students continue reading through. So that's how you can use InsertLearning with your Canvas courses. Oh, and I should mention that InsertLearning does not work on embedded text. So if I were to say to embed an external website using an iframe or something like that, InsertLearning cannot interact with that. It would have to be a regular page that you've put on there.